people, welcome to United View. Welcome to the preview for our trip to the GTEC Stadium to face Brentford Saturday night. International football is over. The players are back. Actually, at the time of recording, we haven't got the update from the presser to see who's who, what's what, how everyone's feeling. We want that Leach's news. We want that. Yep, he's good. He's in contention. We want that. Yep. We want that Simon Peach. Hi, Eric. Team news. Who's available?
Team news. Lissandro has been spotted in training with Argentina. Yeah. Is he going to be available for Saturday evening?
And what we want is, yes, he's available. He's been training very well. He's good. We will see. But yes, he's available. That's what we want to hear.
We want him to go, there's a session today, tomorrow, and then we'll see.
But yes, he should be available. Yes. Mason Mount came off the bench, against Liverpool late on. How's his recovery? Yep, 2 weeks more training. Good. Available.
I mean, he should be ready. I mean, imagine it comes out, go Mason Mount. He played against Liverpool and then goes, he's not available. You'd be like, what? Yeah, deadly for 2 weeks, so he should be available. But yes, you're looking at Martinez, Mount, Wan-Bissaka played excellently against Liverpool. He's back. Rasmus Højlund, he's back as well. Apart from Harry Maguire, I mean, this is your point. Sometimes with international duty, you genuinely don't know until you have that press conference of, oh, by the way, they came back and they're injured. You're like, what? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So you never know. But it would appear, as of right now, I think it's only Harry Maguire is the one that, has a knock or anything. People like Bruno Fernandes did come back early, but that was good just to get some rest because Roberto Martinez at Portugal said, no, he's fine. He just, get some rest. So that's cool. So we got players, Flex. We've got players to come back.
We've nearly got a full complement. We've nearly got everyone.
But this game's really important, not just because of momentum and, top five, the push is on, but we got to exercise some demons. Because last time we were at this stadium, Erik ten Hag's second game ever as a Manchester United manager in the Premier League, you were there that day. It was a stinker, a catalogue of errors. David De Gea throwing one in the back of the net. Martinez getting hooked at half-time. That led to the whole Jamie Carragher piece of he's too small, he's rubbish. So
Luke Shaw got spun by Mbeumo.
Yeah. And one was just counter-attack.
They passed the ball to Eriksen. Got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It was just a complete disaster. And you do hope for Eric and like the people that were playing that day, a few of them will still be in that team playing at the weekend. So you do hope to exercise those demons.
Yes, we've got to and exercise those demons. And of course, like we've been saying, listen, the Liverpool thing was great. I had my sunglasses on, the parade, that I told you so tour. Everyone said 2024. It's come to an end now. It's over. It's gone. I've had my fun. I got what I deserved. I got what I'd earned. We got what we'd earned, for the people that believed. And we got to gloat. But that was in the FA Cup. That is a different competition. It's now gone. It's now back. It means nothing, even though it's in a different competition, if you then get back to wanting to build some confidence and then you go to Brentford and you don't win. Yeah. And the weird thing about top 4/top 5 is, not winning at Brentford won't mean that we won't get it. But it's a sickener. It's a sickener. And this is a Brentford team that is on their arse as well, by the way. Yes, their away form has been absolutely terrible. Their last game out, he lost against Burnley, which, not many teams lose against Burnley, home or away, which is terrible. Got a man sent off as well in that game. Actually, who was that? Who got sent off? Oh, Reguilon got sent off. So Reguilon can't play against us. There you go. They got no left back.
Well, they haven't.
Well, not got no left back, but
they haven't won in 6, Flex. I mean, they are in a horrid run of form. They lost against the last win rather was against Wolves, and that was all the way back in February, 10th of Feb, early Feb. Since then, they've lost 4-1 at home to Liverpool, lost 1-0 against Man City, lost 4-2 against West Ham, drew 2-2 against Chelsea, lost against Arsenal, lost against Burnley. So they're in really, really bad form. But
really bad form.
To your point, obviously, we want to hope that the Liverpool game gives us some momentum, some positivity. Players about there is positivity, I think, in the camp and around sort of the fans coming out of that game with the players coming back too. And also, look, as bad as we have been in the Premier League this season, and whether we deserve to be in this conversation or not, I don't know. But Flex, somehow, some way, it's opened up for us when it comes to getting in the Champions League next season because the teams that are in Europe did what we couldn't do, which is do well and advance to the latter stages of the competitions that they're in. And that means now that the 5th spot is looking very likely for a Champions League spot. And then those above us that we're chasing, the Aston Villa and the Spurs, they drop points. And
Yeah.
because they drop points, now we're in a situation where we're level on games with Spurs and we're, 6 points behind them. And we know what games they've got coming up. They've got to play the top 3. So potentially there's 9 points to drop there.
And Newcastle away.
And Newcastle. So there's absolutely points to drop there. And they're Spurs. So they've got to go against their history as well. And then with Villa at the same time, they're a game ahead of us. We've got a game in hand over them, and we're 9 points. So if we win our game in hand over them, we'd be the same amount of points behind them that we would be Spurs in the 6 points. So the point being is that it's there for us. Like, it is there. So what we've got to do is we've got to make sure we win the games we're meant to be winning. And when the time does come for them to slip up like we think they're going to, we've already done our work or we capitalize on it. And to your point, if you do lose or drop points against Brentford, you then put yourselves in a bit more of a difficult position. So it's there for us. Like, it is.
The next 2 games after that are Chelsea away and Liverpool home. And it's like, now's the bit where you've got to go. You've got to pick up the points against teams where you're going, you've got to be beating Brentford. I don't care where it is. If it's down the park, if it's at Old Trafford or at their stadium or at the Dog and Duck, like, you have to be beating Brentford in this title race, in this top 4 race. You have to. You must.
And to the point with the Spurs one as well. We mentioned those teams that they've got to play, the City, Arsenal, and Liverpool all in a row. But that's not till sort of late April, early May. So what we don't want is to get to that point, and they've already managed to get this sort of cushion gap rather between us, that we're like, even if they lose those games, it's still going to be really tight. No, we want to be breathing down their necks when they're playing those games. We want to be 3 points behind them. We want to be level on points with them to the point that they know we have to get something out of those games. We've got to put the pressure on them, and we do that by winning these kind of games, by going away to Brentford and winning something we didn't do last season, taking advantage. And also then you look at the games coming up for us, the Chelsea and the Liverpool. If we don't get a result against Brentford, you're then going to those games with your mindset completely flipped again, going,
That's what I'm saying. And we've got some tricky games. When I'm looking at our games for the rest of the season, when you say tricky, you don't want to go through and cherry pick saying that's a win, that's a win, that's a win. But just out of what are tricky games, Liverpool, I don't care how crap Chelsea are at the Bridge. It's not easy. It's still tricky. Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle at home. I know they've fallen off, but it's still Newcastle. You've got to be on it to beat them. Arsenal at home and Brighton away. The rest is like Palace away, you think should be winning. Sheffield United at home should be winning, and Burnley at home should be winning. But the rest are like, and Bournemouth away, tricky.
Not easy.
Not easy. Yeah. So our games aren't exactly, while Spurs and Villa are playing, we've just got so much easy games that we're just going to, So we have to build our confidence, and it starts with Brentford. In terms of the team, in terms of the game, we're expecting, if the players are fit, what we think are fit, we're expecting as you were. I mean, we have to wait on Leacher.
Maybe.
We have to wait on Leacher, so that's fine. Obviously, we have to work out what's going on with Maguire. Actually, at centre back, we don't really know. It might just be Lindelof and Varane, because we don't really know.
Yeah, he could go with that again. I mean, look,
which is fine.
That defence worked well against Liverpool. Yeah. I know we conceded, was it 3 goals? But
but they were a bit.
But they were unfortunate. But at the same time, if the team news comes out the weekend and it is a back four of Wan-Bissaka, who keep at left back again, did brilliantly. So Wan-Bissaka left back, and it's Leacher, Varane, Dalot, then you look at that back four and you go, brilliant. Thank God.
Brilliant. And even if it's Lindelof and Varane, it's fine for Brentford away.
It's still, yeah. But
Casemiro's probably still going to be injured. But again, Simon Peach might say, we're happy he came back early. He's been training since he come back. Slight issue. But his one was a hamstring thing he pulled out with. So that actually, it'd be interesting to see what he says on that, because there was some claims that Casemiro's camp weren't happy with it, got a second look. They will ask him.
Cleared. Yeah, because he was cleared, and then Casemiro was like, I'm not cleared. So
and
it'll be interesting to see how severe that is.
Eric, what's the situation? Someone like Jamie Jackson. Did you clear him to play? And he said he wasn't fit. What happened there? So you'll have to clarify that, actually. So maybe Casemiro won't be fit. I doubt he will be. He ruled himself out. Something's happened there. I don't know.
Well,
if he ruled himself out, then he's just all right.
But it's one of those ones where, by all accounts, he was ruled out. But he was ruled out because if he had played, he'd have made it worse. He just needs a little bit of rest. So he might be available.
True.
If not, I know people
Scott
can
McTominay played
I
well.
know people. I know people. I know people can slag him off. He got a goal and assist. He could have had a hat trick against Liverpool. So it's not as if he's not in good form. Hey, you never know. Maybe Mason Mount gets 45 minutes. Who knows? He is available seemingly. So see, we might even have options off the bench. Flex. Could you imagine? Can you imagine that? Options off the bench. Options off the bench
What are they?
that aren't put Scott McTominay and put him in the box. So. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if the midfield stays as it is. And the front three is going to be the front three that's been our best front three all season, which is Garnacho on the right-hand side.
Can't see Anthony getting in there.
No, which I guess to an extent is unfortunate because he came on, he changed the game. Credit to him.
Yeah. But he doesn't deserve to start.
The front three has been the front three that's worked for us this season, which is Garnacho on the right, Rashford on the left, Højlund through the middle. And I think what it does do, though, with Anthony coming on and playing how he did and playing how he played against Forest as well,
options.
is then you do look at that bench. You go, well, we got some people then in form. We can actually bring on them. We've got some options, which is positive. Exactly. But if you had to predict, Flex, what's your prediction?
I'm going to say Manchester United 2, Brentford 0.
I'm going to echo that. That was the one I was going to go with. I was going to go with 2-0. I think we're in good form. I don't think it'll be easy because Man United away from home is just never easy, never straightforward. Yeah. The crowd will be up for it, and we do have to manage a hostile atmosphere. But I think with the momentum that we've got coming out of the Liverpool game, with how Brentford have been playing, again, they're going to make it difficult. I do worry about set pieces because they'll be good on set pieces. We're not good on set pieces, but I'm feeling pretty good, particularly about scoring goals at the moment. I do think we'll win because we'll outscore them. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Because we're scoring goals at the moment.
There you go. That was a definitely there. Oof. Yeah. Tell you what. But like we said, we're all in. We are positive. We're not on this don't jinx it. F all that. It is what it is. We're all in to the end of the season, mate. So yes, 2-0 unanimous. Let us know what you guys are thinking at home. Will we get the W? Who's going to score, etc., etc. Man United, let's go. Let's do it. Smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel for the new. See you in the next video soon.